How's everybody doing? Welcome to New York City. I'm sure you guys keep getting asked that question at this point. It's fucking redundant. It's like, why, like, you can't even see me. I can see you ladies, you guys. The rest of you, I don't know, like, how you're doing. And, don't really care. I mean, I do, but it's like Twitter. Like, I put like 120 tweets out into it, or characters, whatever the fuck. And then I just leave it at that and hope that it's good for something. Like everything. Like, hashtag blessed. No, you're not, asshole. Like, you're at home broke. Like, you're not, like, your life isn't blessed. If you're at home fucking tweeting, getting involved in something political, you're not blessed, you're an asshole. Get out there and fucking do something. I recently got a job, so I'm employed. I'm not working, that's a different thing. So ladies, if you're smart, find a way to get employed, but just don't work. Collect a paycheck. I'm not saying marry rich, I'm saying date Jews. Works for me. I say I've brought in so many gay Jewish boys out of the closet. I'm like the gay Moses. I'm like, come out of there. As a gay Native American, I was never in the closet. I was in the cupboard. There's a lot more food in the cupboard. You know. So I recently became employed. That wasn't the butt of the joke, but I know, right? Can you believe I'm employed? And being employed, people always give themselves a pat on the back when they speak English. Okay, first of all, if you're from England, Canada, America, you should fucking speak English. You should, we should stop getting mad when we go places and we're like, why don't they speak English? Because it's a skill. You should give yourself a pat on the back for speaking English. I had a full-on conversation in Spanish the other day. I don't speak Spanish. But I dated a lot of Puerto Ricans. I'm what you call poor, so I live in Harlem. Which is interesting, because when you don't look poor, people treat it as though you're curing cancer. I'm Native American, but I dyed my hair blonde, so I like to say that I'm now a rich white woman. I even have that stance. You guys like that? My nose is a little bit higher. When I first came to New York City, my hair was like jet black. I looked like I painted with all the colors of the wind. And that was only on my face. But with dark hair, after a certain amount of time, I found out that white guys love Japanese women. And now I love free drinks. So, open bar for Teddy. But no, where I was going with this is in Harlem, I found out that when you're up there and you're not black or Puerto Rican, so you're white, people treat it as though you're curing cancer, or you found some sort of solve to an equation that's really hard. They're like, oh, guys, Jared, Susan lives in Harlem. Susan lives in Harlem! From accounting. Susan from accounting lives. Susan, there must be so much culture up there. Like the food. You know, I went to Harlem once. Saw a baseball game. Susan, when did this happen? And then your friend Deshaun comes. He's like, I live in Harlem. Deshaun, we know you live. Get out of here. We know. We get it. So I do date a lot of Jews, and it's fun. I wanted to date a lot of Middle Eastern men, but Middle Eastern men, when you're gay, it's hard because I don't want to get stoned to death, and the only stone Jewish guys throws at you are diamonds. So, lesson learned. The other day, one of my friends were getting into a drunken argument, and I'm on a cleanse because I'm an asshole. There really isn't no other reason for it. Any one of your friends who's like, oh, I'm on a cleanse, you're like, you're just a dick. You live in America, land of plenty, drink and eat the fuck up. Not even that, they give just ability to fat fuck. So I know every time I'm in bed, I have a moral dilemma. I'm like, why am I cleansing again? Do I not like myself? Do I like myself too much? There's always a bottle of wine in my purse and my crisper, because they say you should keep fruit in the crisper. So I keep my bottles of wine in there. I can't afford the wine cellar, but it's low enough, and there's not going to be any fruit and vegetables in my fucking fridge, let's be honest. unless they're infused with vodka. I don't know if I want to cleanse or I'm an alcoholic, actually, now that I'm thinking. I'm like, oh, maybe I'm just a drunk and a Native American. That had nothing to do with each other. I'm now just having like realizations. What the fuck was I even talking about? Sorry, guys. So Trump, just kidding. Just kidding. That's where I was going with this. My friends were alcoholics. Anyway, they were getting into an argument, and they were all saying about how they're like, whatever, it's a free country. So I was like, you're welcome. Thank you. I didn't actually know what they meant by Indian giver, and then my reserve built a casino. I get it now. You can all come gamble, you're not getting your fucking money back. And I'm all about, like, you won't ever see, I don't know, there's a lot of support groups in the world for everything, but you won't, like, Native Americans, everyone's always, like, treats it as, like, they're like, oh, you're so exotic. That's so exotic. I'm like, actually, my people are from this country. Like, there's nothing exotic about me. Like, my blonde hair is fake. Like, that's not just like Beyonce. This isn't real. Like, I mean, it is, but it's not. It's just another funny thing. It makes going into the bathroom really interesting. Men are like, I'm like, I'm gonna stand and pee and really fuck your day up. You know, I think this whole transgender bathroom thing is another thing that's kind of like, what the, like, really? I don't know why they keep saying, oh, well, Jesus. I'm like, listen, some Jewish magician wasn't worried about, like, what the fuck, where we're peeing. Like, him walking on water, which, by the way, have you seen ripples on water? That shit had to have been hard. That was probably a drunk party trick. You know, and the best thing Jesus did for me was turn water into wine, which I've been trying to do my entire self. So I have wine in the crisper. People are like, what is that? Don't touch it. They're like, why is there a Bible underneath it? Like I said, don't touch it. I'm trying to work something into Jesus. Being gay is great. That's all. No, for me being gay is great because I really like to get on Grindr. Everyone know what that is? Okay, well, Grindr is a day hookup app. It's not really for dating, it's just for fucking. But I like to, even though I'm in a committed relationship, so I like to get on it because I like to know my demographic. And in the backwoods, I do really well. That's why I got off the reservation. I was getting way too much action. Thank you all. Remember to tip your bartenders. Have a good night.